earn a living. We're not going to do this alone. My boss is here. Samuel Adagom would be joining me for us to do this interview this morning. He has a lot in his under his sleeves that you would want to hear. Good morning, and welcome to A1 Radio, Madam. Yeah, it's always a pleasure having you in our studios here.
Thanks for having me.
Yes,
Especially at this time.
Yeah, that is serious. Yeah, so let's understand what currently we are doing here in the Upper East region with the area of in the area of Agric. Yeah,
Okay.
especially farming activity. Yeah.
Thank you very much for this opportunity.
Mm.
I think last month I was here
Mm-hmm.
on the women program.
Yeah.
And we tried,
Equal voices.
yes.
Yes.
And we tried explaining to them what is currently happening
Yeah.
as far as Agric is concerned. You know, it's a new era,
Mm.
and once you have new government, they come with policies that are meant to help us help ourselves.
Mm.
And with Agric, I think the main things that we were looking at, probably you can talk of the livestock aspect,
Mm.
talk of the crops aspect,
Okay.
and then probably the whole value chain with regards marketing
Mm.
and issues of post harvest. And if you want to block the crops aspect,
Mm.
we'll talk of the Feed Ghana program,
Okay.
which is government policy currently on agriculture. And our main duty is to facilitate the implementation of government policy in agriculture. So the program is largely looking at how to reduce importation, increase production,
Mm.
tackle the issues of marketing and then post-harvest losses. And to do this, when it comes to crops, then they are looking at setting up the farmer service centers.
Mm. Mm. Mm.
For us currently, what we did from 2025 till now has to do with our registration of farmers on the ground. Even though we had registrations of farmers on the ground, we need to modify and then ensure that almost all farmers are captured on the program, which we actually went through. And for the Bolgatana municipality, we have been able to register over 15,000 farmers under the Feed Ghana program. Now, the first year, we were looking at the issue of supporting farmers with fertilizers. But then you agree with me
Madam,
that
before you come to the fertilizer, the registration, I remember the previous government, you did registration. Is it different registration or still the same registration?
it's not different registration, but you know the previous one, it was tied to the um, planting for food and jobs program, right? And we also had challenges of most farmers complaining that they've not been captured. So once we had another opportunity, we need to update the data that we have. And in order for us not to be missing farmers, we have to
So you start afresh.
so we started afresh. But this time, you remember, under the um, planting for food and jobs, the focus was on individuals.
Okay.
But this time, we were focusing on groups.
Oh, okay.
So we were looking at community-based commodity groups. Okay. So one, we were focusing on groups, and then it should be commodity-based and community-based. Like you go to a community, they will tell you they have groups, but then the groups may be different commodities coming together. Some may be in other value chains with regards agriculture. But then this time, we wanted that if you are in maize, then you have a maize group within the community. Okay. Once we are looking at the farmer service centers, when you get there, then you will be dealt with as a common interest group, that is on maize, common interest group on sorghum, common interest group. So if you look at the other aspect that has to do with the livestock, I think basically because of the slogan Akokon Kitinkiti, that is what people have concentrated on. And for the first phase, we have to do registration of such farmers too. So just like the commodity base, Akokon Kitinkiti too, we consider it as commodity.
Okay.
Even though that will be the poultry. So if we are within a community, you form a group of not less than 15 and not more than 40. We register you, there's a platform, we have the app, you'll be registered. Once we register, then Accra has the details of the farmers that have been registered. So you form a commodity-based group, you select your group leaders, then you give us the list, then we go ahead to capture you on the platform. So that is the difference between that one and what we did earlier. Because what we did earlier was actually looking at individual farmers. And you also agree with me that when you are working on a value chain, it's easy to work with cooperatives, right? So once you have a cooperative, you are dealing with them, you know that, okay, if I'm working on tomato, I have this number of groups here that have registered under tomato. But the difficulty with data when it comes to agri has to do with the fact that somebody may register, you would have captured the field, but then that person may decide not to farm that year. Are you getting it? So each year we have to go out and do what we call listening of farmers. That is getting the farmers that are actually on the ground, that are ready to farm, and along the line we do the yield studies. That is the point that you know that this is the actual number of people that have cultivated this area and this commodity this year.
All right. I'm curious here with regards to the grouping, getting farmers putting farmers into groups. I'm a farmer. I engage in maize cultivation, sorghum, soya beans, and granules. What do I do? Do I have to register in all the groups that has all these crops?
Ideally, what we advise is that you look at your major area. You may be doing all this, but you look at the area that you need support. Okay, because it's going to run on the input credit basis. Okay, so you, the farmer, you are doing one, you are doing two or three. Okay, at the end of the day, you look at it. Okay, granules probably is just the plowing. I can handle plowing. We may not need fertilizers for granule. Okay, so instead of going to register and go through picking any support that you have to pay later, then it's better if I'm doing maize where I will be needing chemicals, where I will be needing fertilizers, okay, which I may not have ready money to purchase. I will need support there. You get it? But then it's the farmer's decision whether to register one or the multiple. But then when the program kickstarts fully with the service centers established, then there may be protocols that determines the number of support each farmer can get. Okay, so you can't say that, oh, I'm doing this, I'm doing this, so I'm picking this up. Even monitoring your activity will be a problem.
Is it targeting commercial farmers or just peasant farmers or both?
You know, we have small scale farmers. Basically, we have majority of our producers are small scale farmers. And now it's even difficult to say that everybody is more or less a commercial farmer now. Because that person is producing along the line, he's selling. You get it? And our farmers have come to understand the fact that I may be producing this commodity, but I don't need it for consumption. But because there's market for that commodity, I'll rather produce that commodity and buy this other commodity.
Exactly.
So more of the farmers are smallholder farmers. About 80% they are smallholder farmers, but still some commercial farmers. You know, under our categorization, we see people doing 2 hectares and beyond, which is, if I say 2 hectares, that is what you may understand as 5 acres and beyond as commercial farmers. That is the categorization.
Okay.
Because one, the thinking is once you are doing this much, it will not be for home consumption. But that is not the case now. You find somebody doing 1 acre and he is going to sell. So that person cannot be a peasant farmer. That person is a commercial.
Okay. Okay.
So has the registration process been, is it fully complete or there's still window?
You know, there's window for. It's
So it's
ongoing.
Oh, okay.
It's ongoing. There is no point that will come and say we've probably you have more of the people that are not farmers, but along the line they will want to farm. Will you say that you will not capture that person? No. So it's ongoing.
Let's
So,
talk
so,
about the
so in this particular program, what exactly does the farmer stand to benefit?
You see, under the program, it captures the whole value chain. Okay, where you have the farmer basically being the producer.
Okay.
You have the farmer service center. The farmer service center is supposed to be playing a coordination and then a liaison role amongst the actors on the value chain. Okay, if I say actors on the value chain, I'm referring to the producer, the input dealer, the one who is going to ask, who are going to give you the technical support. Then of course linkage to marketing. Okay, even the storage issues of warehousing and storage, post-harvest issues, all are being captured under the program. So you have the farmer service center coordinating, you have issues of mechanization being handled, which is a very big issue when it comes to even dry season farming. You have the farmers ready, but because it's dry season, most of the people will not agree to be moving their equipment just to go and plow 1 hectare or 2 hectares. The cost is going to be high. So all this will be handled under the program.
Wow. Are there some there's a plan to take them through some training process?
The farmers.
The farmers.
You know, capacity building is part of what we do.
Okay.
That is why we have the technical officers.
Okay.
And we do what we call field demonstrations. Okay, on farm. You have, if there's any issue or any product that we need to promote, what we do is that we identify interested farmers. Then together we take them through the system, right from land preparation to harvesting.
Okay.
You get it?
Okay.
It's not like, oh, we are going to train farmers on this. No. Because most of the times the farmers are even more knowledgeable than us. Because us nowadays, you go, the practical aspect, you are not able to get it as expected. So most of us, we learn on the job. Are you getting it? So it's wrong for us to say, oh, we are coming to train farmers. No. Together with the farmers, we look at where the gaps are. Where do they need strengthening? Then we go in to give capacity building on it. It could just be demonstration, on-farm demonstration just on one thing. Then we will also do the whole demonstration from land preparation to harvesting. Then we do what we call field days. Okay, that is when, because we can't work with all the farmers. If I'm talking of demonstration, like A1 is a community, we may be working with Mr. Samuel. Then Mr. Samuel, each time he has an activity with us, will invite people around to come and be part.
Okay.
So at the end of the day, when it comes to harvesting, then we do together. But then as he is doing that, we also have him practicing what he is already used to.
Okay.
So at the end of the day, you do the comparison for the farmer to determine whether he or she wants to adapt or not.
Yeah, so before we move on, Sammy, you earlier mentioned that it is more, there's so much advantages, there are some advantages in having the farmers in cooperative form rather than registering them individually. What are the advantages and what are the challenges that you think you may incur if you do that individually?
You see that the first advantage that we are looking at is that the groups stands in as a guarantee
Okay.
to the farmer.
Mm.
Okay, that is probably the reason why you see that at a point we are looking at Exim Bank is one of the banks that the government intends working with closely as
Okay.
far as the program is concerned. So once you have farmers and you want to get them through input credit, government may not have the money to produce or give everybody, but we have to link up with the banks.
Okay.
Going to the bank would have required that you have some collateral,
Okay.
but the group stands in for you as a collateral. You get it? And then also, when you are with the group and somebody is coming in times of marketing, then is dealing with you as a cooperative. Okay? And you know, people, when it comes to agric and then marketing, you are looking at quantities, consistency, and then quality.
Okay.
Okay, so if you have a group that is ready to do everything that you need, marketing may not be an issue. Because if, for instance, let's use the tomato as an example. If a buyer or a trader is coming, that person is coming with a truck, and the least that the truck may pick may be 35 crates,
Okay.
and the highest may be 120 crates. So you don't expect the truck to come and be roaming Bolga, picking from. But if you are a group, you know that, oh, this is the time you want to produce. And once you begin to harvest, you call a buyer. You are already linked with a buyer. Because you see, the problem we have has to do with the fact that we produce and look for market.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
But
That's
once you know that this is my outlet, this is where I want to sell, and the buyer determines the variety you should even produce.
That's true.
Okay, so if the truck is coming to A1 radio, and that day all farmers in A1 radio are going to harvest, so that I'll get whatever I want in bulk. Off I go.
Yeah.
You get it?
Yeah.
But if you come as an individual, you are in A1, somebody is in the Tindane's place, another person is around estate. Okay, you may have somebody at Tindamorko, and you decide when you want to carry out your activities. You see the problem, and that in a way affects your ability to even sell. Because I may call you and tell you that A1, I have issues with marketing, this. You are going to bring somebody to come and buy. That person comes, he can't even get a quarter of the quantity he requires. And the farmer adjacent to that person is not ready to harvest. You see the problem.
Right.
So these are some of the advantages that you get if you are in groups. And also under the program, it will be easier to deal with a group, okay, under the program, so that once you pick a file or you pick a document or you pick a group, you know that I'm running through this one with this group, and it's easier for you to also reach out to as many people as possible.
The farmer would want to know who determines the price then, if in this case.
You see, at best, when it comes to value chain, price determination is a JoJo issue. It's not like somebody should come and determine the price, or because I'm the farmer, I will tell you how much I want to sell. Or because I'm the buyer, I should tell you how much I want to sell. No. When the value chain works well, where you have, like say, the farmer service center working well, ideally, the buyer who wants a specific commodity and a specific variety should be able to support that farmer group with the seed. Are you getting it? So if that person is supporting you with the seed, okay, then at the end of the day, that person, you and that person should be able to sit. You, based on your production, because you've incurred to do that production, at the end of the day, you add your profit margin.
Okay.
It shouldn't be such that you think that, oh, I have suffered, so I should take this. Or the buyer would think that, oh, because you are at the buyer's mercy, there's glut, I should buy at this. But once you understand, you see, the tricky thing about pricing has to do with our commitment and our level of producing and maximizing production of quality produce.
Okay.
Okay, if you pick, for instance, you go to buy a seed at 2,000,
Okay.
other costs will add, then you come, you are not you are not able to do the right good agricultural practices, then you end up with low quality, one, low production. Okay, you are not able to maximize your yields. Okay, you being a farmer, you still will want to get that money, but it's not possible because already you couldn't get the best of your production, so that already is affecting your profit, your yield. Okay, so when that happen, you don't expect that the buyer should come and buy at your determined price.
Okay. Okay.
You see
Okay.
where the pricing issue becomes tricky.
Yeah.
Are you getting it?
Yeah.
But when you are in a cooperative, you are working as a group, you are getting all the needed support. Okay, you should be able to maximize your yields so that you will be able to sell as a price that you will not lose, but at least you can also make profit. The buyer who is coming to also buy, should also be able to break even.
All right. Thank you very much, madam.
Yes. So
Sammy?
it looks like the Farmer Service Center is the gold we are talking about here in the center of everything. Let's look at the state of it. Have they started? Are they in the what is the state of it now?
You know, currently they've identified the size that they want to use for the establishing in most of. They are beginning with a pilot of 50 mmDAs. So with that pilot, even without the pilot nationwide, they've started recruiting technical officers. You know, we have a challenge of extension officers and all those things. They've started with the recruitment of the extension officers. The coordinators are going around doing all the necessary works that we need to do before the program fully takes off. So we are hoping that, hopefully, I'm not promising anything, at least by the time of next planting season, even if we don't have structures, the program will be running because the agri officers are there, and then the program support will come for the program to start running. And you know, when it comes, most people are looking at the mechanization, the service centers, because of the mechanization aspect, and that involves procurement. Even if the government is procuring, we are already in January. When are the equipments going to come? So we have to be practical. You get it? Even if it doesn't start with the complete package, at least some aspect of it will be implemented.
Especially when it comes to the suppliers and the people who will be able to give the inputs. I don't know whether these people are going to be private individual or they are going to be government. I don't know the details of it. Maybe if you don't have, it's not.
I wouldn't be able to give you the details, but all I know is that the farmer service centers is going to coordinate all this. So it could be in partnership with the private sector, because for instance, if supposed to coordinate, okay, government may not give me money to come and buy fertilizers for you, but I may be linked with, let's say, a supplier or an input dealer within town, okay, someone like maybe Pitasco, Simple Prince, or the other ones within town, so that these people will be supplying. But that is entirely government arrangement. I know people have already applied for, they've done some selections. It's when the program fully takes off that we can talk of these details.
Just on the issue of the farmer service centers too, now that we are getting into rainy season, one of the major challenges that farmers talk about almost all the time is the access to tractors. Very, very serious with farmers. Is it possible that even this season that we may not have the farmer service centers actively operating? Could government work with tractor owners in a way to support them, so get tractor services to farmers as and when they need be. I understand here in the Upper East region, some farmers have to travel all the way to Techima, to other southern part of the country, to come back here with tractor operators. And when they get here, they're actually looking for the bigger, those who actually farm in large quantities. And my colleagues, some of those, for those of us who are doing the small, 2 acres, 3 acres, they don't even look at us.
So I will not be able to say, because I just mentioned that government support on mechanization, which is the tractor issues you are just mentioning, it involves procurement. And as at now, we've not gotten any signal that we are going to get these tractors available anytime soon. You get it? But already our core mandate has to do with linking the farmers with tractor services. But here is the case, the time comes, you are looking for a tractor that is going to come all the way from maybe northeast. Northeast people will have to finish before that tractor comes. You get the problem. And the very few that we have, they have an association. They usually will agree on how much. But we don't even believe that within a season, you will be in Boga. Tractor plowing in Yekene, Sumbrungu areas is different. Kusuna Mogo is different. This part is different. So when it comes to that time, us who are supposed to do the linkages, it's very difficult for us.
Wow.
It's very difficult for us. But that is part of what we are supposed to do. But the tractors are not even available, like you said, within the region. So our only hope is that this issue of tractors, farmer service centers come to stay. Once that happens, then the mechanization centers will have all the equipment that we need. It's not just tractors. You need planters for precision farming. That is where you can boast of maximizing your yields and all those things. We need other equipment that will help us work and then also benefit from the farming.
You earlier on mentioned the issue regarding glut. What actually caused it? Is it something that we can avoid going forward?
You see?
Well, let's start it from this way. Your role in the dry season farming, especially these gardeners, the people who are into vegetable farming and dry season farming, what role do you play in terms of their activity? Do you coordinate, or it's just them and their business?
You know, just like any other business, you have your business plan.
Okay.
Our role, as usual, is to give you the technical support as and when you require the technical support, right? Because we have issues of marketing. Like I said, we are supposed to be doing linkages. But here is the case, we don't even know who is going to produce what.
So the dry season farmers, you are not aware of the number of people who are into
until they you can have, you see, like when you take the project area, I'm talking of ICO, via
the irrigation,
you have that whole vast, you know, this is the land, and I mentioned that the difficulty is knowing who is going to farm this year and what quantity. You see, until that person goes into the farming, you won't be able to know that Mr. A is going to do onio this year and you'll be doing 5 acres. Unless that person starts, and then you go to take the records, and then you know that this is what this person is doing this year. You see the problem. And usually, it's point, we have little or no role to play. It's now between them and then their usual buyers within the market system. You get it? But ideally, they should always go into arrangement with these their buyers before they start production. You see, I'm a technocrat. My marketing is part of what I do, but then I am only limited to linkages and ensuring that you get somebody who is ready to buy, comes to buy. But I have no hand in bringing somebody who doesn't want to buy your produce to come and buy your produce. you see the problem. So you go to produce after and you see our farmers are such that farmer will produce pepper this year. After producing the pepper, if the market is good, next year me and you, we are no farmers, we'll go and add. Yeah. Because the land is there. If you have access to water, you are good to go. Your only this thing is the gaps practices that you have to do. You get it? So at the end of the day, you the farmer who has enjoyed, you've increased your holding, your land size, right? And I, who is not a farmer, have decided to farm this year because I know last year you made good money. So at the end of the day, instead of 1 bag of pepper, you have 100 bags of pepper. And it's also such that because that is the issue when it comes to the cooperatives. We all go to start the production at the same time. You see, and we are all harvesting at the same time.
So you are able to get buyers who can come and get
not the buyers part. We are all harvesting in the municipality at the same time. So instead of like say this cooperative will start 1 week later, another cooperative will start another week, then they will stagger the production. But everybody is starting within 3 days. So we are all harvesting at the same time. And since we are harvesting, I'm looking for money, and it's a perishable goods. Okay, there's no storage facility for me to go and store that. The only thing is to preserve it. For instance, pepper, maybe to dry it. Okay, and even the drying, if it were to be the normal drying, you have to parboil before you dry. You get it? So these are the reasons why we have issues of the class.
So the starting of the farming season, is it possible that you can liaise with the farmers to know how many are farming, and then you put them in cooperatives, then you give them this education so that by the time the harvesting is due, maybe it is not one line, it's in phases, so that buyers, you may be able to link them. Especially in that case, you will also be able to advise them on which variety to sow. Or is it difficult to do that?
Ideally, that is what should be done. Are you getting it? But our farmers are such that person wants to do his thing at his own time. You get it? But once you have them in cooperatives, which problem we hope that when the Feed Ghana program takes off, they will be able to address. Then they will be working in groups and work even though on individual farms. If I know that I'm coming to the service center for like say pepper or tomato seed, then they know that this group is located in Yikini. You have 10 groups in Yikini. Yikini, do they have water problem? Yes or no? If they don't have, then can this group plant today? Then in 2 days time, another group will plant. Then in that case, you are staggering it. Even though it's a group, they are planting as individuals. You know the acreage. But currently, as sitting them down to say that you plant at this time, you plant, no. It's going to be very difficult.
Really?
Very, very difficult.
Maybe because, some of the area, like you said, water. The river, there's water. So everybody wants to be in a hurry to do, so that the water, by the time it will dry off, they would have been harvesting. That is
so if you take a place like
Zare also.
No, this place. Where D-line area.
Oh, Damio.
If you take a place like that one, by January, that water is gone. Meanwhile, you have farmers. We have almost 54 hectares. That stretch
along this.
From the roadside to this part where you have the depot, we have about 54 hectares.
Wow.
And they all rely on that stream. Then beyond Calbion going, you still have farmers relying on that stream. And by 1st February, you can't get water there.
So they are all in a hurry.
So everybody comes at the same time. You get it? So they are going to, and you can't tell them otherwise unless we address the issue of water there. Once you are able to address that issue, that stretch, you can easily implement some of these things. You get it? But then when you come to the via. That is where you have the majority of the people doing, right from the Zare, Nyarga, Gikini, Sumbrungu, Yebongo, and all those areas. Okay, they, because of the dam, they are able to farm as and when they. But then also the dam is undergoing rehabilitation, and this thing started over 4 years now. They left. Is it the right bank also hasn't been producing the Nyarga towards, and then the other side of the Bongo, they've not been able to produce. So most of them have moved to the Zare stretch towards and getting the water is the problem. Most of the canals are silted. The main lateral is silted. This year, I'm told it was the MP collaboration with the MC and the Ministerial Assembly. They supported the dredging of some of the canals, the desilting of some of the canals. Okay, I mean the main lateral. But then also, I think we have issues with water. Yesterday, like this, we were on the field. They said they've not gotten water. Some of their plants are even gotten dried up. Even if they get the water now, they will not recover.
It's serious. I remember last year's same season, we spoke to some farmers around the Bongo enclave, and they also complained that they farm large. Somebody promised them, and they did a farming. Now it's time for harvesting. They are not coming. Is it possible that if you have, just like you talked about the area where the water is just almost the same period, such that you give them advice that farm maybe tomatoes. This group of farmers, you farm this commodity. Another group farm another commodity, such that it becomes easy to get buyers. Or maybe once they made up their mind that we are farming pepper, it's pepper.
That is it. That person is doing his business, and this is what he wants to do. Okay? For the past 6 years, I personally have promoted tomato production, introducing Sika and Raja to the farmers in the Upper East region. It picked out very well. Okay, but then the issue of the women even coming to buy is a problem. The last time we brought in the Raja and Sika to them, that year it came very late, and the farmers who actually picked it ran at a loss because by this time you still had the tomato and it was getting bent, so most of them had to abandon it and then leave. And those who even farmed and it was good around Timpani Garo, I personally took trucks. This market to the place. They went to there. They said they will not buy the tomato and came back.
What was the reason? Is it a variety?
The variety is good. They recommended it. When we did the demo, I told you I started 6 years ago with the late one of our regional directors, Director Eno. I started with him. He actually started using his pocket money for me to do the demonstrations and all those things. Are you getting it? And when they came, the buyers came, we met them, we had stakeholder engagements with their chairperson. They saw the tomato and they were happy. Now after producing, they came and... Meanwhile, these farmers, after we left, they had to send them, they were crossing with the distance to Togo. Okay? You know, around the Wedrianga area, there is this river, once you cross, you are into, and sell it.
No, I don't buy the Ghanaian produce.
No.
So this one rather is the
Ghanaians that are exporting.
Okay. So the Ghanaians who are the same variety, they send outside Togo and they get buyers. But the Ghanaian
traders are not buying them. But have they?
I was so disheartened. They came back and went to Burkina and bought.
But what reason do they always give?
Could it be pricing?
They won't mind you not pricing. I was there with them. And even that was the peak of the period that the Boku issue was very... I have to go. I have to go because that time I was coordinating the region to see how we can do this tomato and you see.
So how different is Burkina tomato to that of the what we farm here in Ghana?
It's varietal issue. Okay, even with the Sika, you had some of the Burkinabés coming to buy. You know, when the jihadist issue started, you had some of them crossing to Tono
Yeah.
to farm.
Yeah.
And that was around the same time that we introduced the Sika.
Okay.
It's around the same time. Currently, some of our farmers have produced some. We didn't even, those days, we were even getting it to them under the PFJ and giving it to them on this thing, input credit basis. This time, they are even looking for it to buy, those who want to do. And the few that did tomato this year, it's like cocaine.
Wow.
It's like cocaine. So what will happen is, if you follow our trend of farming very well, next year you see a lot of people will go into
Tomato.
That
Tomatoes.
particular variety
Tomatoes.
production.
No, they actually go into tomatoes.
They'll go into
tomatoes. Yeah.
production.
That you most of it. That is how that is.
The economists call it catwalk theory, where you produce, the prices of this year determines the produce of next year, how many people will come into it. And is there something we can do about it, especially as we talk right now? Farmers along the Via area are crying for buyers. They say their produce is dying and there's no buyer. What can we do?
Yesterday, the deputy minister for agri was around. That was the opportunity I even had to go around with him because of the pepper report that came from Zaire. And I think because of this jihadist, even though pepper oil is important, but look at the fact that we are using over 4 billion each year to Burkina. And even now, this year, at the beginning of the year, I'm told when you get to Paga, they are even refusing to let them cross because they have also gotten a factory.
And that's
so we just have to strategically ensure that we discuss with farmers. We ensure that we give them support in terms of the water they need, the variety that is needed. And another issue that we have to do with the root knot nematodes, which our researchers are working on it. There's a researcher in one of the lecturers in UDS, Dr. Dauda. He has been using even his pocket money to come for us to do demonstrations on. So we've identified certain chemicals that when you are faced or challenged with root knot nematode, you can easily use it to enhance your production and then reduce the impact of the root knot nematodes. So basically, we classify the challenges there in 4 folds. 1, water. 2, variety. 3 has to do with you have water, variety, the root knot nematode, and then marketing. Marketing. The biggest challenge too we have there, if you want to add the 5th one, has to do with protection. Because when it comes to dry season farming, when you are farming and you don't have protection, fencing the area, and that is why you see that largely when it comes to dry season, women are more or less vulnerable. You can't find women doing dry season farming because the men usually will sleep to protect the fields. So once we have these issues being addressed, and the fact that there is a market, an outlet where you know that, okay, this is what we want to do, like you are mentioning. This area, from this time to this time, start producing. This is the variety that we are promoting. You serve them with the variety, you give them all the necessary support. We'll address the issue. Then the next week, another area is doing. Okay, imagine that you travel from Accra to Mali, because it's the borders of Mali. Even this issue happened around that. You need not less than 3-4 days
to go
to do that journey.
And when you are returning with the goods, they shouldn't also do that.
You get it. Meanwhile, if we are able to address this issue very well and our farmers produce, and at least we have off-takers. Because my problem is not for tomato in Upper East region. I'm confident our farmers, they are well prepared. They have the knowledge. All they need is good water, the variety, and buyers. Once you have the buyers, give them anything. They can produce good tomato.
From when you sit, do you think a commitment from all of us, including government, those of you who are in the stakeholder, the commitment is high, because I remember last year when the armed robbers attacked the traders who go to Burkina to import tomatoes. This conversation was, we had it, and a lot of solutions, they prefer solutions, and I don't know whether we go back to sleep or we are working. Is the commitment that high for you in addressing some of these challenges you just identified?
You know, we are just a department, and addressing such issue needs all stakeholders on board, right? But if you have practical laid down pathline, this is what we want to do regarding this is what we want to do, and even talking of the armed robbers and whether they laid down, you know, those about even this year, I'm not sure whether they were being provided with escorts to go, and then the Burkinabés will escort them or whatever. After the killing of the 2 policemen, you realize that even from here to town, all the barriers, they've withdrawn all the, it's now that a few of them are returning. You see, so once a stakeholder feels not protected, somebody you want to protect the civilian and you are being killed for, you see that whatever plans you have, it demoralizes their effort. So those are some of the issues. But once you have all stakeholders committing themselves to resolving the issues, then you'll be able to handle it. But then, must you go to Burkina?
That's the question. Maybe they are talking about variety.
So this is the time that I believe, like I told you, the deputy minister came around. He has made some promises and commitments. We are also on the ground, like I said. We are implementers. Whatever, we are like the zombies. When they say pass here, you pass. When they say pass here, you pass. Ours is to ensure that at the end of the day, whatever government's policies are, we facilitate the implementation, so that at the end of the day, we all achieve our results.
One of the issues that the farmers raised, I listened to some of the videos, has to do with but the buyers too as well, not ready to actually buy the produce at some time, at some point. Do you have some plans to address this issue with regards to the farmers?
Why would a buyer refuse to buy a produce? Does it meet his demand? Okay. It's looking at making sure that you produce the quality that the person needs. Okay. If I tell you that, okay, I'm ready to go into this business with you, I may need 10 tons per day or per week. In a week, I need 10 tons, okay, of tomato from you. But this is the quality I need. And to get that quality, this is the type of seed you need. Getting the seed is not a problem. Giving the right quantity of water, watering regime is very important. Because I can give you the best seed that I want. I know the quality. If it comes and you don't manage it well, you may end up getting something that I will not be ready to buy. Are you getting it? So it's all about all sides ensuring that we play our roles very well, so that at the end of the day, you are bringing out the quality of produce that the buyer needs. Of course, if I'm a buyer, that doesn't mean that I should come and buy something that doesn't meet my demand.
I think the explanation she gave was that they are doing it deliberately to actually cause scarcity. And sometimes they have to travel down south to even get to talk to some of the traders as to how they have pepper available in their farms. Yet they don't get any change.
That could be another contributing factor. But then, to even say that somebody is doing something deliberately, have you given the person the quality he needs? Okay. There's politicking in everything that we do, whether we like it or not. Everybody wants to play to his or her advantage. Okay. But then we have to also ensure that when we are accusing or saying things about people, we are saying the right thing. And if we are confronted, we can say that, yes, I have this quality. Bring, and then people will observe and see whether we are really moving because of this or that. Days past, they used to talk of the fact that the people are going there to do their businesses. Okay, now it has moved from that thing to causing.
So you listened to the farmers yesterday. They narrated their issues to you. What was it there that you, the key thing you've taken from them, and what feedback did you give to them that they would have hope going forward?
Well, for us as a department, we have been collaborating with them. We have our technical officers on the ground, and one of the issues that they mentioned actually yesterday has to do with issues of chemicals.
Okay.
Okay, because some of them were mentioning the fact that they were giving chemicals meant for trees
Hey.
to use for. So I was like, for 2 years now, even the chemicals for fall armyworm we've not received. How did we get chemicals for trees for use? And some of them too were right, because under the chemicals that government used to bring for fall armyworm, there is this one with the brand name Emastar, and that one was very effective, and they use it for other insect pest control, and it was good. I think along the line, the importers started bringing some for the open market.
Okay.
And they were buying. Somewhere last year, they ran short of some. What they did was that they removed the label of a certain chemical, went and printed the labels for the Emastar and covered it and sold to farmers in Bolga here. So when we detected, we have to quickly go to the input dealers and ask them to withdraw those chemicals, which was quickly done. But you know, usually once you break any trust, it's very difficult for the people to trust again. So that purely had to do with the input dealers, because for us, I think for 2 years now, we've not received any chemicals to give. Will I use my own money to go and buy chemicals meant for tree for you? That is another issue. And last year too, what we also detected was that I made mention of this one here. There was misuse of chemicals, and we were alerted and have to quickly run to the field. I personally went there with my technical officers, all the production areas. People were even using chemicals meant for rats to control, because last year I think you call it white flies. If it's they were just so much on the field, and you know, when you keep using chemicals at a point in time, the plants, the insects becomes resistant. They build some resistance, and whatever you use, you may control them for a day. The next 2-3 days, they are coming back. So when we heard that, we have to quickly run to the field to ensure that, and went to all the shops, the input dealers, to ensure that if they are selling such things to farmers, it wasn't good for our food consumption.
Okay. Okay.
I know you have to go because you have another engagement. We've been talking for almost an hour now. It's not easy looking at the current conditions and prevailing. I just want us to see if we can't. I know you've been doing the advocacy and advice, but maybe somebody has gone through a situation, he wants to learn, especially the dry season farming. Most of them are always doing it because they want to make money. What kind of words or advice will you give to them going into the next season? I know this season we can only do little.
For us in the municipality, I think we are even promoting dry season farming. That was why under SOCO we have to support farmers with mechanized boreholes that we had issues with. Remember, we have to sit and discuss those issues the last time. And most of even the communities, you find that people who don't even have water sources are sinking mechanized boreholes, and they are fencing around their houses to farm. It's good for us, because you see that the issue of migration and all those things, first they have to ensure that they have secured water. That is very important. And they have to also follow the protocols. You can't go and plant tomato water it today and wait for 3-4 days to go and water. You can't get the quality that the Burkina people have by doing that. Okay? You have watering regime for all plants. They know.
Okay.
You go to the field and you see that the beds are dried. Or you go and you see that the beds are flooded with water because that person wants to water at once and not come in 2-3 days. Vegetables are not rice. Each vegetable requires special care. Each fruit you are planting requires special care. Mulching is very important, especially around this time. If you have anything on the field, you go to Burkina, they are mulching the fruits themselves so that the heat, the sun will not affect. Our people will not want to do that. We just want to plant and harvest. Okay, so if you really want to go into business, ensure that you have secured market. You register with the cooperative. Ensure that if the farmer centers are established, let them link you with ready market. Ensure that you are planting the variety that will be picked. Okay, and then you practice the good agric activities timely and ensure that your watering regime is fine. Pest control is very important, but the right chemicals must be used. Okay, because food safety is one of the things that we here we neglect, and that is actually affecting us. You are hearing kidney issues and all those things. We don't take food safety very serious. So if you are able to do all this, you can even have the women also going into the dry season farming. Imagine that somebody has farmed maize, you don't have market. The thing is lying there. They are talking of 300, they are talking of 250. Then somebody has gone to do small tomato. At the end of the day, is going to make over 30,000 from it. Because most at times, if you are able to do an acre of vegetables, then you can't talk of poverty. Because the vegetables we see people doing at times is under a quarter of an acre. So this is the advice.
So we should go more into
vegetables and growth. More especially, please let's revive and revamp our tomato production. It will help us.
All right.
People are at the top there. We can advise the people, especially the Tono irrigation area. I remember 2000, 2005, thereabout. That place used to be a tomato hub. They used to farm a lot of tomatoes, and the traders from Kumasi used to come to buy. There was 1 year that they farmed. I don't know what happened. And all the people came and diverted their tracks to Burkina. And that's where the thing ended. And a lot of farmers at the time committed suicide because they invested much and they didn't receive anything. And that is now the reason why most of them, because that area, I'm from that area, and they used to farm a lot. You could just, from Zone O to the office, almost all of them were into tomatoes farming. But that was what happened. I don't know what can be done. Maybe the variety, and then maybe those of you who are on top can also liaise with the market women to let her understand the reason they should be buying from our own, so that it will promote the market in this area.
You know, there's a lot of work being done in that direction, even with NGOs. The Happy Project is there. World Food Program is there supporting tomato producers. If you come to Boga East Gambibu, there's some work that is ongoing there. You go to even Tulu. If you say you are from Tulu, then you would have known that 2 years ago, under Aligua, they did a whole lot, about 40 hectares of tomato. And that was the Sika and the Rajat and that didn't fly because of the heat that season and the late planting and all those challenges. Those are all activities in trying to revamp the tomato production. Even though we have the challenges, I know inshallah with this government and with this Feed Ghana and then the farmer service centers, if only the blueprint is implemented, inshallah we will get there. It's a process. It's not a 1 day or a year business.
All right. Thank you very much. I think we would have to end the conversation here. We've had a lot this morning with you. we wish, in fact, we wish we could continue the conversation because we still have a lot to ask, a lot of questions to ask. But then, for the sake of time, we would want to end it here and pray that we have you another time again to talk about issues concerning farmers and farming here in the Upper East region.
Especially how to get the balance. You mentioned maize, where the farmers invest a lot and they are getting little. Consumers are happy. When farmers are crying, consumers are happy. When consumers are crying, farmers are happy. How do we strike a balance? We'll have a conversation.
All right, thanks.
Thank you very much.
All right,
Yeah.
all right.
Let me use the opportunity to thank my MCE and the
Yeah.
Assembly and the Regional Director for Agric for the support we are getting, and also say hello to my subordinates
Yeah.
and tell them that they shouldn't relent. It's work that we've signed to do. The challenges are there. We still have to continue to ensure that at the end of the day, we promote and increase production in the region so as to reduce food insecurity.
All right. Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot. So you heard Madam Lantana Osman. She is the Director of Agriculture for the Bolgatanga Municipality. We want to say a very big thank you to you, Madam, for agreeing to actually be with us this morning and sharing your views with us. We're going for a short musical break. We'll be back to continue A1 Radio Daybreak Upper East. Please don't touch your dial. Let it be locked here on A1 Radio. But then, whatever you are engaged in today, don't be lazy. Wuyala says that no food for lazy man. Keep working.
Kinammatria
right, you're welcome back. That is the advice Wiala has given us this morning. She's encouraging all of us to go out there and work, because there is no food for lazy man. We're going to continue the conversation. We're going to continue the conversation, and now we're looking at how we could get farmers speak on this particular issue regarding having produce and not getting market for it. That is the challenge that pepper farmers within Zari are currently faced with. But whilst we are at that, before we get our resource person on the telephone line and speak to, I would want to let you know that Techno brand has improved on their brand versatility, and they have come up with Techno Pop 20. Now, Techno Pop 20 want to get you move along to be part of the system, and that is why they are giving you a phone that has a bigger storage, 8 GB RAM, fast for apps, games, and multitasking too as well. And if you want to travel long distance, like you want to work for day, night, and all that, and even move away from home where there is no electricity, Technopop 20 got you covered. It has about 5,000 mAh battery that will last day and night, and it has a 4-year long-lasting fluency. Now, what would blow your mind is their FreeLink 2.0. The FreeLink 2.0 allows you to make calls. It allows you to send text messages. Also allows you send voice messages to as well to your friends, to your loved ones, to your family, and even your colleagues at work, without, even if you have no network at all. And that is what FreeLink 2.0 does for you. It keeps you connected with your family and friends. You can also better have a good conversation and do things that you like to do. Personalize your AI experience with Ella on Techno Pop 20. It has big storage that can save your files for you, your photos, your documents, and everything that you need right where you want it. No more lag, just pure seamless performance. This is more than just a phone. It is a statement. Techno Pop 20, pop out in style. Now, Techno, stop at nothing. So that is what Techno does for us, and we are all encouraged to get any accredited Techno vendor and buy one for yourself, so that at least you can also enjoy this seamless technological device. Sasso is the best insecticide spray and mosquito coil for you in Ghana, protecting you and your family from mosquitoes and other insects without causing headache or nasal congestion. Sasso is a multi-purpose insecticide spray. Sasso kills mosquitoes, flies, crawling, and other household insects on contact. Sasso leaves a fresh, clean lemon scent after use and provides long-lasting protection from insects. It comes in 750 milliliters, 300 milliliter for the spray, and your pack of 165-gram coil. Sasso is also available in all supermarkets and shops. So don't say insecticide spray and mosquito coil. Say Sasso. Insist on Sasso. Sasso, kum tum tum, preko. Sasso is another product from Samara Company Limited, which has been approved by the Food and Drugs Authority. For further inquiries, please call them 0246 864 798. 0246 864 798 or 050 1454462. That is Sasso for you. So if you want to buy spray, mosquito spray, I'm advising you to go buy Sasso.
what you said, yeah, dear, what said, dear Chedie.
Yay, anything is Sifi has say.
Adia Sultana rice, I idea. It is some hotamo. Sultana buy and win promo. One more bush the Sultana rice. And Febebre, Magia to my fan wake up. And Tia de Soria. Sultana say, the near Sosa Ayonkofano pa. It was your Chedia Befu, Asha a moon. A be a saloon cars, trucks, motorbikes, Sultana products in Kaipi.
Ye dear Mukama say, I say Nyaka, Sultana rice, and Yati Denda Sultana, and Yati Denda Sultana, and Yati Denda.
And one is over to Sultana rice bag. Who scratch card, Eshim, scratch coupon, a Chedia woman pia, a what you fat.
Sultana rice.
And your brand cake, a Sansway or Yonko pa.
Sultana rice.
Add the Esham, Etupa.
Sultana buy and win promo, NLA, and HSB, Pepe, our Caritas platform, FDA, Agiatu.
Mabia, okim hela perme, ko la yulme, ayumbe da sede, akere ba yakra la narsi, that table, bagetma marbo, tuma Destiny Arrow Roofing and Restoration Enterprise, tuma nde year to ndino wapoa, tuma yang marbo, songa boho, okim han perme, tuma yang spray, ayula, tuma yang marbo, homa mena wi paraka, tuma yang ka kem hela boho, get our kuturba kara gebula kara to bana kabu sila la shingles nde banma sala gedo kun dola sigira la tuma Destiny Arrow mele etala fumigation de la matara tito to ware ke pu ofe ko la da wire gete dumi bo egra la bu yoro kambona humanta la company ko yire motar magazine saba troyare ke spray sunga ko kemi la diarme ko la tenan zion kebo nango mala kala ya karobara ana sila ko la bora tenga tuma tono wana tuma yang pebo paintable get la yagra ana fepe tuma Destiny Arrow karla original nutek paint engande tuma forma tuna tuma get la kata eta get la kurga kalan dena UV resistant gemo go yura hale to nerba piora le yele amuka zo to ko ako an la kange ana pol hungo to busi balazula patuma Destiny Arrow Roofing and Restoration Enterprise mbo soka bisi borga kazala screw pack la tuma Destiny Arrow bozia wome huye mbona zia ge bora tuma pana ge hutan hito bangami tuna wazu 0541 780 923 be 0542 043 240 Destiny Arrow tuma de kemi rema masters
My body fighter.
See, I guess you see what you're talking Okay, so you're welcome back. Wiala is encouraging farmers to go out there and produce so that we all can have food on the table and eat, get the energy and work to make Ghana a better place. We had another conversation with the Bolgatanga Municipal Director for Agric, Madam Lantana Osman. She mentioned some issues that myself and you with farmers can work on to improve yield and also feed the market. We are going to engage the farmers too as well. So we have on the line one of our brothers, Matia Sedu. He is the president for VIA Farmers Association. Good morning and welcome to Daybreak. Upper is Matia.
Fine morning, thank you.
Yes, I hope you're doing well.
I'm okay.
How are you and your colleagues doing this season?
I'm managing small.
You're managing small.
Yes.
All right. So tell us what you as farmers are engaged in. What kind of crops are you do you grow?
As you know, the VIA irrigation projects, we are the farmers there, and the crops we grow there range from tomato, pepper, onions. We have other crops such as what we call watermelons, and we do, in fact, we do variety of crops, but the major one for now is the pepper.
Okay. All right. So if the major one now is pepper, let's talk more about that. Tell us what you are currently faced with.
Yeah, on the at the field, we are currently at the middle of harvesting our produce, the pepper, and the market started very nicely. We went from about 300 to 900 for a bag. That's a bag of pepper.
Okay.
And finally, it came down to 300 again after just a short while. And from then, we've started not getting marketers again. Close to a main plant. And the produce is sitting on the farm, and you can't take it because if there's no buyers, you can't take the produce and go and store anywhere. So currently, that's our situation. A very troubling situation indeed.
Very troubling situation. You're saying that you were selling from around 300, you moved to 900, and now you are back to 300. There have been a significant reduction. What do you think could be the problem? What is the reason?
Yes. Farmers are grappling with it right now because we can't trace the source. Not even the buyers coming again. We can't even understand why. But when we followed the issues seriously, we've come to realize that it's not that the produce is no more needed, but the buying body, that body that buys the pepper seems to be hatching a very bad plan because they want to put the thing into glut so that they can now take it at a free price. I mean, the lowest they can. Because we can't see why they are not buying.
Who is that body?
That body is an unknown body. I think it's a hidden body because when we start our farming and we start to harvest, they will come in their numbers. But currently, if you call any of them, they say they are no more buying. They are no more buying. And they give us the sacks before we can now go into harvest. So they are not bringing the sacks. They're not bringing any containers. And when you call any of them, they say they are no more buying. They won't even explain why they are no more buying. And so we realize now it's a group of buyers who have decided to sabotage us. We are suspecting so because these people, when they do that and the market falls, then they have advantage to come back the next time and start to buy. You will ask them why they were not buying, they wouldn't explain. But now, when the thing is completely, plenty on the field, then they come down again wanting to buy. And at that time, they will give you so many excuses. And then they will bring down the price to their own interest. We can't even challenge it.
Wow. Do you think they have another source somewhere that they fall for?
There are some people who are saying it's a cabal. It's because there's no other source. We here produces more. If we talk about production of irrigation produce such as pepper, it is the VIA project here within our jurisdiction that is producing very many. So you can't have another source to buy. We can't see them buying from anywhere.
What of the quality of what you produce? Have you tried to check whether it could also be an issue to a concern for the buyers?
For the quality, it has no problem apart from last year we started experiencing some diseases that came on the pepper and was making the leaves to look oily. If you hold it, you can see it, you feel like it's spoiled. and that disease really did harm to us. This year, coming because the fruit is still sitting on the tree for a long time. But apart from that, our quality is very good. There's no doubt. There's no complaint about it at all. Recently, about some few days before they stopped the buying, I had information that one farmer's pepper was returned with the excuse that that disease has started his farm before he harvested, and so there's some color on the produce. But that is an exceptional case. It's not true throughout. Our produce is okay for consumption. There is nothing wrong with it at all.
So let's look at the impact of this particular issue on you and your colleagues. How is this affecting? How many farmers are we looking at who have been affected with regards to this particular issue?
If it is how many farmers are affected, I believe you know that when we farm, people come to harvest it, so they also live on that. And so they are the farmhands. I mean, the farmhands and the farmers. If you talk about the numbers, it's too enormous. I will call in thousands, because every day the women and the youth who are not doing anything and they want the farm works, they are all on the farm wanting to pick and also get their daily money, and there is no market. And then the farmer who has also spent so much on the farm is now sitting down at the farm with his hands crossed, watching the crops to die. Because when you harvest before the crop can get strength to yield again, now we are not harvesting, he's just watching it to die. So to talk about my farmers, I will say that in numbers, they are suffering in numbers.
What does it mean? What does this particular issue mean to you and your colleagues?
It's a serious problem in the sense that we don't know what government and people are thinking of us as farmers. Because farmers, we know in our local language, we say that the farmer is always somebody we need to be giving X because he produces food for almost all of us to live on. Now, I don't see my way out. If I am going to talk about my farmers, I just see that we have lost everything. The company that is working with us in VIA, the only company called IPO, cannot even give us a solution. And that's where we are confused.
When you say solution, what solution are you looking out for?
Thinking of getting marketed for us, thinking of negotiating with external people who may be. There are people we know out there who wants the pepper. We know people need the pepper because it's a product that they use in preparing food. So the bars are still there, the canteens are there, and the schools are there. And so if there was any negotiation to take it from the farm so that the farmer will be relieved, I would have wished that is the area we are looking at.
So, but then in your own small way, how are you mitigating the challenge?
Because we have no alternative, we have to call on you, the media. Unfortunately, it has been heard. And so our MCB came to find out what really is happening, and we told him the story. Then when he heard of it, I think along the line, the Deputy Minister of Agriculture also called, and he told him the same story. And so they moved to the fields yesterday, and they gave some serious promises, and even the Deputy Minister promised to get 50 bars of our pepper weekly, just to relieve us.
Wow. How would this particular decision by the minister make a change?
Apart from that, your outfit is making noise on this thing. As at now we are talking, I know too many people are listening to your station, and so maybe those who are interested and didn't know the story behind what we are saying will move in to take our products. We believe with your medium, a lot of information would have been sent out. And if there's really a cabal sitting somewhere and trying not to support us or make us suffer, other people who are interested will also use this information and come down. That's why we are trying you, the media.
Okay. So what we want us to look at is how many bags do you produce, say, weekly, and the 50 bags that the minister has promised. How would that bring a relief to you and your colleagues?
Okay. That is just a drop in an ocean, but it will send a signal that some few others will be, will leave. Because if you talk about a week, you can get over 1,000 bags of pepper in the VA. I don't have specific statistics to give you, but in my rough estimate, we can produce over 1,000 bags a week.
Okay.
Hello?
Yes, we are with you. So
Right.
let's look at you and your colleagues, how you are engaged in your farming activities. Do you do your farming individually, or you form a group to actually cultivate the crops that you do?
Yes. Farmers groups formation have always been a problem. Personally, I have been saying that if government of all the regimes think that agric is really the backbone of the economy, they should look into helping us to put our farmer groups into in strong positions. Currently, they are loose farmer groups. They are not that very strong, so that is why we are also having these difficulties. And it's not easy for the farmer. After a short period of about 4 months, he leaves that farm and starts to go to another farm, and that is a different crop. And so it makes our organizations not effective. But we are in groups, some are individuals. For the VA irrigation project, it's more or less a smallholder project where our people are feeding from hand to mouth.
Wow. What is the challenge with having people come in groups for you to work?
It's not a big problem. We come, but what I'm saying is when we come in the groups and start the farming, farming it has a period. Like if I'm talking about pepper, it has a period, a lifespan of about 4 or 5 months, and after that they go to other areas which is not pepper again. So you see, the groups are not that strong in one field. That's why I'm talking of them having be loose group. But the VA Irrigation Project Farmer Association is entirely a federation of 10 community farmers, 10 communities. You can see 10 communities coming out to organize themselves and be on the project. It has been a long time since VA irrigation has been there. But the group cannot find their grounds because organization of such groups, it needs support from government.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. One of the we earlier spoke to Madam Lantana. She's the municipal director for Agric, and she highlighted some of the issues that actually is attributing to some of these challenges. The fact that farmers most often go to the season and you start planting or sowing your crops at the same time. So let's look at you and your team, pepper farm, the pepper farming. How do you do it? Is it one particular time that you go out to start transplanting the pepper seedlings?
Yeah, like Madam rightly said, because the pepper, when we start our dry season farming somewhere around October, November, December, then you see everybody comes and when his seedlings are prepared, and so we don't go in bulk, but at times majority of them do it at the same time. Those who do it much earlier are also those who have built their walls around their houses with mechanized boreholes. They are also doing farming. If you go around Yarka where the project is no more functioning, you will see that farmers are using mechanized boreholes. So they do it much earlier. And then before the irrigation farming starts, then we see another group of us who rely on the irrigation water also come in. So we don't come in phases, so that we say that this will be phase 1, so that this will be phase 2, so that we don't have the glut. I mean, we don't have it all at once. It is very difficult to plan. And so it is what Madam is saying, it's really true. At times, you come to see that the whole irrigation is having it at the same time. That is how the farming here in India is going on.
What actually moves you to go out there and start planting at the same time? What do you think would be the reason that all farmers within a period would have to start doing transplanting of pepper seedlings or any other vegetable?
Yes, you see, because we rely on the via irrigation dam water. We start our nurseries on our own earlier around July, August. And so anticipating that when they open the water, then we take off. And the opening of the water may delay due to the tilting of the major drain that takes the water to the farmlands. It's seriously tilted for hundreds, for years now. It has not seen any rehabilitation, and the conveyor belt of the water to the farms is very disturbing. So by the time the via water starts to flow, almost everybody has seedlings. That makes them to just go in at once.
Mr. Seydou, if you look at this whole issue that you've mentioned, it is you've highlighted how it is impacting you and your colleagues. And one of the issues that you mentioned is regards to ready market and how some traders are unable to buy your produce. Before you go into the farming season, do you have an idea of how you are going to get market for what you are going to plant?
Because VIA has been the oldest irrigation project in the country. We never had problems with marketers. As soon as we start, some even call in to ask whether we are on the ground. We say yes. It started with tomato. You know, we do a lot of tomato production in this country first before any other project, because VIA irrigation started with the first president. And so VIA is well versed with dry season farming and its methods. So as soon as we start, because it's a long time thing we have been doing, our marketers used to call at times to find out whether we have put tomato on the ground. We say yes. And so when they hear we are on the ground, some, I believe, also come around to look at the whole farming. And so we really don't anticipate any problems when it comes to marketing, because they pour in their numbers. Until we had issues with tomato, which is nematodes infected, and then we moved into this pepper. And the same story, they have been coming just like that. We don't call them. At times, those who have links with them also call and tell them, oh, we are getting ready, we are on the ground. So some of us, because we have been working with the marketers who are mostly from the southern part of Ghana, we at times tell them, and they at times call us. So we are always a project that is ready with our produce, and the marketers are always coming without hesitation.
So who determines the kind of variety you plant?
That is a serious problem indeed. We just go in with our own initiative. Why am I saying so? Because from tomato to the pepper, we've never had a single source of seed supply. Formerly, before we talked of seed company years ago, when the tomato was then on, we could go there to pick seed. But for now, seed is a problem. We can't get seed from any source, reliable. So at times, you go and see somebody's farm and ask why his pepper is like this, and when he gives you a story, you just bow down your head, because he put the seed anywhere.
Has this issue always been like this, or this is the first time we're experiencing it, Mr. Seydou?
For pepper, this is the first time I would commit. I will admit that this is the first time with pepper, because we've never had this. What we used to meet is when they start with the market. Like last 2 years, we started with a low price, and we got up to 1,000 plus, and to 2,000 at the tail end, and 3,000 at the very last end. You see, but this year is a different thing. This is the first time we are meeting this difficulty, the marketers not responding to us, not even calling us.
Wow.
And even the worst thing is that this time, because they have taken this step, I don't know whether that is the last step. They bought many people prior to the halt, and they have not even paid them the money. They are saying they will go and sell and bring the money. This is unheard of before. This year is a different story altogether.
Okay. Mr. Seydou, with regards to what you have experienced, what has happened this year, are there lessons that you have picked, you and your colleagues, that you think that going forward you could do things differently?
Yes, we've been experienced, like I said, not so much, but it has been there in a minor, in a small way. So we started last year creating platforms of our farmers so that we coordinate with the marketers, and we tried to see if we can link with their queens so that when the time is due, then we communicate the prices, and at least there should be cohesion among we and the marketers. But we are trying this thing, still it's not that effective as yet. Last year we started, and finally we couldn't go through. At the middle of it, the marketers broke the chain and started doing their own thing. So this year, with this again happening, we'll be looking at it seriously to see what we can do. And with advices from the Minister of Agric and others, I think we should be able to get a strategy to face these difficulties.
Currently, we have, we would say that a lot of people are listening to us this morning. They would want to hear you. What call are you making with regards to this particular issue on how we could resolve it or mitigate it going forward?
Yeah, what I would appeal to our listening public and is that they should come to buy our produce and stop handling us in this form, because we know pepper is very, very important in our food chain. And so if people didn't know, we are now here telling them that the pepper is here on the farm in abundance. Pepper is not a crop you can easily pick. More to the point, this pepper is not our local pepper which you can easily dry. This one has to go through curing methods. And so the farmer will not have enough time to pick what is there, go and handle it properly, and come and look at the farm at the same time. We have difficulty in this. So we are asking listeners and pepper users, and then country owners, including our senior high schools that cook, to make requests and come down to the farm, and we will sell to them and to also have our debts paid.
Some other persons are also advising that you could do parboil and you could harvest the pepper, parboil it, and then sell at a later time. Is that something visible?
It has been visible only to the marketers, because they have these chances. When they get us to this level and the thing is plenty on the farm, then when they come and put down the lowest they can buy, they take it and they have time to go and do what you are saying. Yes, some few farmers are trying, but the fact is that as a farmer, you have to be on the farm 24/7. You cannot have another extra time to use to take care of the produce that you have harvested and keep it properly. But it's a good method. Some of our farmers are trying. But the marketers, they are doing it more because they have the chance.
All right. Thank you very much, Mr. Ayormatia Seydou, for speaking to us this morning. We truly appreciate your time with us. We hope that we have another time with you as and when the need be.
Thank you so much.
All right.
I'm also grateful because my people are hearing the story out there.
All right.
And so I hope they will listen and support us.
All right. Thank you very much. Okay.
My pleasure.
All right. So you heard our good friend Ayormatia Seydou. He is the president of Via Farmers Association here in the Upper East region. He's been sharing their ordeal with us, telling us how they are impacted by the pepper clot that we currently face within our pepper farms in the Upper East region here. We appreciate your time. We wrapping the conversation and ending this program, Daybreak Upper East. We earlier spoke to Madam Lantana. Lantana Osman, she is the municipal director for Greek here in Bolgatanga municipality, and she also gave us some other ways that this issue could be resolved. We hope that authorities and the relevant stakeholders in the food supply chain would step in and help mitigate this particular issue. So tomorrow we don't sit here and talk about this, lament over it, and go back to sleep again. Whilst we are talking about pepper and using pepper for food and in our food, Rainy Shopping Mall is here for you and for those of us who want to have some sumptuous dish this morning. You want to take your lunch, the best place for you is Rainy Shopping Mall. Rainy Shopping Mall have different kinds of food in their catering services. They have plain rice, fried rice, fufu, yam, grilled tilapia, plantain, and more. They also sell electronic devices, furniture, clothing, bags of different types, room decor, food items, beverages, vegetables, fruits of different types, spices, tea items. They sell cleaning detergents and cleaning items like cleaning brushes, sweeping brush, the toilet brush, and mops. For those of us who love coffee, they have coffee shop, the American tea and African tea. You can go enjoy it. Rainy Shopping Mall is located opposite the post office. Call them on 0244 29 1047 0244 29 1047. Obiani movement, that is what Samini is saying. So what are you doing differently today? We've spoken to farmers, and that is what they are engaged in to fix the system and get things working for themselves. They want to feed you and feed Ghana. So before we say goodbye to you this morning on Daybreak Price, offshore events and the project manager for Youth Network for Societal Transformation have something special for us. They're inviting us, they're inviting the public and primary institutions too as well, schools, faith-based organizations, and the entire business community in the Upper East region to participate in this year's Olympic Health Walk. Yes, it is the 2026 Olympic Health Walk. This particular initiative is aimed at promoting healthy living and advocating for young people to stay away from drug abuse and other harmful substances. The Olympic Health Walk is a community-driven exercise awareness creation designed to encourage physical wellness, mental resilience, and responsible lifestyle choices among Ghana's youth. Saturday, 28 February 2026, Saturday, 28 February 2026, at 5:30 a.m. prompt, we're all gathering at St. John's Park, Bolgatanga. So if you're ready, I'm ready. Going out there Saturday, 5:30 at St. John's Park, so we walk and keep ourselves fit. So your participation will help widen the network and contribute to meaningful conversations around drug abuse and prevention too as well. It will also help inspire young people to make healthy life choices. So come in your numbers, interact with your business partner and potential ones as we walk through selected routes through the Bolgatanga municipality and more. For more inquiries and support, if you want to sponsor this particular program, please call 020-112-4464. The number again, 020-112-4464. So it is 2026 Olympic Health Walk. So let's get out there, be part of this particular Olympic walk and keep ourselves healthy. For those of us who are engaged in construction works, and if you are a foreman, this was for you. If you are also staying in areas where there is water rationing, like some people who are staying in some communities here in the Upper East region, I don't want to mention names. Please, this is for you. Polytank got you sorted. So this month you can save 10% of the premium multiple layer Sumo Super Tank from now till the end of Ghana month nationwide. So Polytank is doing this nationwide campaign to support the Heritage Month, to support Ghana month. So we're going to celebrate this Heritage Month together with Polytank with their Sumo Super Tank. So built with advanced multi-layer technology and reinforced for superior durability, Sumo Super is designed to last, giving you peace of mind for your home, a project or business. Keeps water for long and plenty water. So don't miss this limited time offer. Visit any Polytank outlet today. Ask for Sumo Super and save over 1,000 Ghana cedis. Polytank, the original, always the best. Polytank, Papa no Ankasa. Beware of fraudsters. So Polytank does not request for Momo Pay online. What we do is we advise that you go to our accredited dealers, buy your choice of Polytank brand, and do the payment physically. No go come matters at all. So money in the hand, back in the ground. If I'm showing you a place to buy Polytank for yourself, I want to also help you save the money too as well, where you can keep your money safe and well protected. So your money deserves the safest home with Daily Sell Cash. You are protected every step of the way. No risk, no worries, no long stories, just peace of mind. What you need to do is to just dial *110 hash, *110 hash, or download the Telecel Play app now for safe, secure transactions. Telecel Cash, the safer choice. Telecel Cash, send the keke.
So that is it for us on Daybreak Applies this morning. We're going to say goodbye to you so soon. Daybreak Applies is being produced by Samuel Dagon, Gerald Tasaki, Mark Smith, and Joseph Yaro. Helping us have this broadcast live on Facebook, on Radio Garden, Tuning Up, Modern Ghana, and Radio and A1 Radio Online. .com. He takes over after we've packed our bag and luggage to ensure you work with joy and happiness in your office. Work and happiness is next. So, tell you we meet again. Have a good conversation like we've had this morning. It is bye-bye from us here on A1 Radio studios. Enjoy the rest of your working day and have fun.